Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so today I am going to try to make a vegan minestrone soup with, I think this is butternut squash noodles. So I kind of already did some prepping. One of the options I have is to put in some noodles. I have not cooked them because I haven't decided if I'm going to put them in because it's kind of carb heavy. So I've already prepped some stuff. So I'm going to, in my little Dutch oven here, a little bit of olive oil, let that heat up. And I've already prepped I have a whole onion, and Brian likes things very garlicky, so I usually ask for 1 or 2 cloves. I put in about 3 or 4 in here, and I'm also going to use some garlic seasoning. And then I have a can of red kidney beans and cannellini beans. And then I bought some diced tomatoes that I also found as well. And then seasonings, I have salt and pepper is always your staple. And I have oregano, and I have some garlic powder. And then my stock is going to be vegetable stock. And then I'm going to use some water. If you want more flavor, actually I have vegetable broth. A vegetable stock gives more flavor, and I don't have vegetable stock, so I might add more flavors just to get more flavors. So usually to test my thing, I just throw in a couple onions and make sure I hear a nice little sizzle. And there's that little sound. There you go. Sweat these onions a little bit. Smells good. So I started cooking plant-based vegan. I am not an expert. Let me disclose that. I am not a chef. I am learning these things. I've learned kind of some tips and tricks, and I've learned to swap things on my own. I like watching cooking shows. So Food Network is like kind of like my staple. There's a couple of vegan nutritionists that I like to follow as well. Things can be very complicated. I don't like things complicated. So I'm really new to all of this. I started cooking and making more vegan prep meals about a year ago in December. Brian, my husband, was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, which is a fancy way of saying that he had breast cancer. And so that was the same day that he decided to cut out all meat. We had already cut out a lot of meat out of our diet, just adding a little bit of salt. So we really only eat chicken and fish in our meal, but he then cut all that. We had already had beef and pork already out of our diet. I had not joined the bandwagon, but I learned to cook a lot that way. Okay, I am making this up as I go along because I had a recipe that I was kind of following and I lost it, so we're winging it. All right, so those all nice and cooked. I'm sure the lamb cooked down a little bit more. So anyways, so after Thanksgiving, my last turkey, and I make a bomb turkey at night at, that was the last time that I had any meat products. So I feel better. My skin feels better, I will say that. I've been out of the gym for about 5 months due to some physical therapy things I've been doing, and then I had a wicked ear infection and a sinus infection, so that's kept me out of the gym. And I can go back now, and I just haven't gone back. So I'm adding my beans. And I'm adding my tomato. And if I cook a little bit, just a little bit. So, the one thing that's kind of nice about the meals we've been eating is, especially being out of the gym, is that I did not gain my weight back. Because really, it's really what you eat that makes you healthy. Exercise just gives you longevity too, cardiovascularly wise, strength wise, tonality. which I can attest to that because I didn't have any toner strength. But anyways. All right, so I'm going to get my vegetable stuff. Okay. So I buy big box stores to try to save on this. There are ways that you can make your own vegetable stock. I'm not there yet. I will eventually get to that point, but I work full time right now, and so on weekends or days off is when I try to make a meal that can last us a couple days. So I don't want to spend a lot of my days making things to make for my food as well. So this is 32 ounces, I think. Yeah, 4 cups. Perfect. All right, and then I'm going to season with some oregano. I don't measure. I just add. I don't know why. The one thing you kind of want to be careful with is your salt. This one is a low sodium. I like buying things low sodium. Then you can add how much or little salt you want. Brian likes garlic a lot, so I'm adding a little bit more garlic. And then I'll just kind of taste and see where we're at. You could always add a little bit more water to it. If it's not tomatoey enough, you can always add tomato sauce. Or I'll show you this. Tomato paste is really good. So a lot of the Food Network chefs use this too. Gives a lot of flavor to things as well. So let me taste and see where we're at. So it's not a lot of time to make this. I feel like sometimes my food is more prepping things ready. Yeah, so it's not tomatoey enough, and it's not salt enough. So I'm gonna get a little bit more salt. And a little bit more oregano. There we go. And that's gonna cook for maybe about 20-25 minutes. And because it's gonna cook, I'm gonna add a bay leaf just to kind of give it a little bit more flavor. And then you can add things like fresh thyme if you want to make it into like a little bundle as well. So if I was a chef, I'd use a fresh spoon, but this is my own food, so I'm gonna use my own spoon. See where we're at. That's good. It's good. All right. So bay leaf. I'm gonna add 1 bay leaf. Actually, let me use a bigger one. 1 bay leaf. Leave it there. Don't eat it. Just remember to take it out. And then I'll let that come up to a little boil. And then I will simmer it down for about 20-25 minutes. I'll come back to it and taste it. And when that's done, I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to add. I still don't think I'm going to add the pasta. I think the butternut squash soup, I think will be carby enough for everything that we have. So catch you on the flip side.